Hello, everyone. This is Brian Smith, publisher of Inside the Nights on Fan Nation, powered by Sports Illustrated. And this is a discussion about a prospect that I watched yesterday as Carrollwood Day School held one of its early season practices. Now, this is a team that's loaded with talent, but there are just so many guys, you don't always get to focus in on one or two. Well, yesterday I decided to watch defensive backs a little bit more just to pick a position. They have several good players, and a lot of them are young guys. So I was curious about how long they are, how quick they are, how much they change direction, etc. One kid kept flashing, and I didn't know which one he was. I get some of them confused. Again, a lot of these kids are young, and that player is Tavoy Fegan. He's going to be a sophomore this fall, and I asked one of the coaches about him, and he went on about how many offers he already had. After seeing him play, I wasn't surprised, but just to give you a sampling, again, he's only going to be a sophomore. He already has an offer from Miami, from Florida, and UCF, just in state. That doesn't count out of state. He has several more offers as well, and I'm discussing that in an article that'll be up on Inside the Nights. But here is the key to what I saw from him just playing before I talk about the interview I did with him. I got some notes here, and I wrote down four things, one of which I circled, and I'll leave that for last. Number one, physicality. One of the things that drives me bananas about cornerbacks at every level is they look so pretty when they're covering guys or out in space, just hand fighting. But when it's a screen and they got to come up, or it's a toss sweep, student body right, a lot of these guys look like a limp noodle. They don't want to hit anybody. Fegan, despite not being old enough to drive a car yet, is more physical than a lot of kids that play college football. That's a really impressive thing. He does not fear contact. And like I said a minute ago in the article, it talks about it, but there's also a video that's really good too. Anyway, here's the point. He will tackle. He will drive through a ball carrier. He has the physicality needed not only to play corner, but he could also transition and play safety at the next level. I interviewed Tavoy. He told me he's 5'11", 169. With 3 years of high school left, he could possibly approach 200 pounds before he leaves high school. That makes him very attractive as well. It's bigger, stronger, faster. That's just sport in general. This young man has that skill. Additionally, he's played both sides of the football. He has good hands. He could play receiver. There's an opportunity for him somewhere. Now, the other attributes that I talked about, instinctive and change of direction. When you add the physicality aspect of his game into those two categories as well, that's when you start to get excited. To play corner, change of direction is number one. If you can't move laterally, then you're done. You will look really, really bad, really, really fast, and coaches will get fired for putting you on the field. This kid has it. He did so in several different plays, but the most important part is when he hit the ground running. Like that first step is explosive. Most kids that are 15, 16 years old, even 17, 18, don't change direction with one step. You hear NFL scouts or somebody on NFL Network, etc., one step and go with a running back. That same trait holds true at corner. If you can plant your foot and drive immediately, that is one step and go, and it's really important. He has that ability. I watched his feet quite a bit while I was taking photos and video. I was very impressed. That leads into the physicality because he's also able to bend. He's flexible. He's really nimble in space. And then when he gets in tight quarters, he stays low and drives through a ball carrier when the opportunity to make a tackle presents itself. Finally, this is the one that kind of goes into being a football in today's era, and it also drives me bananas. Unlike a lot of other kids, Tavoy's pretty humble. That's the thing that I circled. Not a lot of kids at his age that are that talented are humble. It's just true. Florida kids in particular drive me bananas because it's probably about the least humble state in the country in terms of players being good. It's pretty bad. This young man has the ability to make a play and just go about his business. I love that. Very, very good to see that. And it's also good for the Carrollwood Day School coaches. They can use that as an example for other kids because a lot of kids around the country, not just Florida, don't do that. Carrollwood Day School has a ton of talent. That's a program that's going to be on the map for the future, and I'm going to be talking about a few of their other prospects coming up. But Tavoy Fegan, for anybody that didn't know who he was, he's a cornerback in the class of 2024 from Tampa's Carrollwood Day School. This kid is legit. He's going to be a bona fide big-time player, and I hope to see him soon and playing some football. This is Brian Smith, the publisher of Inside the Knights. Enjoy the rest of your day.